Hey everybody, this is Michael Bryson for This is Bodybuilding, and I'm here today with the one and only, your reigning, defending, New York Pro Women's Physique Heavyweight Champion of the world, the classical queen, Alyssa Kiessling. How are you, Alyssa?
I'm great, Michael. How are you?
I'm great. It's really great to see you. I was so excited for you. It was such a great show.
Thank you. It was a great weekend. All together as one. It was an amazing weekend.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
How were you feeling the day of the show prior to stepping on stage for the first time as a pro?
You know, like leading up to the show, we had that interview about 9 weeks out. And just leading up to the show, I don't think that it just couldn't have gone better. So the way that I felt internally was just super calm, I guess. It's just another day, and I was just replacing training with stepping on stage, and that's just kind of how I felt. Like my emotions, nothing can rock my emotions anymore. Nothing's gonna get me on a roller coaster of emotions, and not a bodybuilding show, not a diet, nothing. So I was super calm and just ready to do my job.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think when you're prepared, I know as an actor and a singer, songwriter, whenever I was very prepared and I knew my shit was going to be good, I was never nervous. I was at that's probably the most calm I could feel. So I imagine it was pretty similar for you.
Oh, absolutely. And even the weeks leading into it, it was just every day. Everything was just so calm, and I'm patient. I was literally enjoying every single second of the prep. It was awesome.
Yeah, you definitely did the work. It's just amazing the transformation that you made from the last show that you did, which was 2018. Is that right? Yeah.
Yep.
You're a person, and it's amazing to have seen
Thank
that
you.
transformation.
Yeah, I need to. Tomorrow's Tuesday because today's Monday. If anyone that's watching this now, I'm gonna post some transformation pictures up tomorrow and see what those are looking like, from the pro card win to the pro win.
Yeah. It's just awesome. I feel really, I don't know, all along I've been such a fan of yours, and I knew that greatness was there, and you just delivered it right on the spot. It was awesome to see.
Yeah, you've always been a huge supporter of me from the get-go. Before I even posted my physique, back when I was posting the black and white training videos, covered up as always. That's just me in general, but you've always supported me from the jump. So thank you. Thank you.
It's my pleasure. But I mean, I knew even watching your training, the intensity that you had then, and also you were following me in some things that you would, everything that you were liking, and any comments that you made, I was like, this girl knows what she's talking about. And then the first time I saw you pose was just, it blew me away. And I said in a post that when I saw you do that first posing video that you did on Instagram years ago, I thought, man, doesn't get any better than that. And then you just so proved me wrong on the stage. And that was an amazing performance.
Thank you so much. And again, I think people by now know that it was a freestyle, but going back to what we were discussing, being so prepared and ready allowed me to not be nervous to freestyle that routine. And it just allowed me to just do what I do and present. I walked onto the stage and I told myself, just do what you do, like be you, like be, I guess you could say, the classical queen, but at the end of the day, I'm being Alyssa Kiessling and who I am and what I do. And that's just what came out on stage.
Yeah. It was amazing that you commanded the stage. The command. I said this to you, like you grab the audience when you first come out before hitting a pose. Your eyes, your facial expression, your demeanor, your character as you walked on stage. I wasn't in the audience. I was just watching on video. But man, if I can imagine. I mean, I had goosebumps just watching that. But I don't know how much of that was connected to how much me knowing you. But I think it was definitely just, man, that presence was amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So let me give you, since you and I, we go, we tie in with the WWE and the wrestling category. So listen, I got in Thursday night and Friday night. I was watching this WWE show that they had on, and the two shows that I watched in particular was The Undertaker. So when I walked out onto that stage, I'm not saying I was walking out thinking I'm the Undertaker, but I was just, I don't know. I just had that Undertaker. You know how he
Yeah,
walks
man, he
out.
comes out with a presence, and there's that. It's you
That's
can't help but be like, "What the hell?" And then that's how it was.
that's where the walkout kind of, that's just who I am, but that's where the walkout kind of was like, I guess, inspired from.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And my friend Rich Ortega, and I told you this, but I'm gonna say it on the thing, is that he felt like you were a lion coming out on stage, like you were on the hunt, and everyone in the audience was just like these helpless gazelles, just at your mercy. It was awesome to see.
And the poor judges, because I was looking them in the eyes. That's who
That
I was
is
posing for.
that is awesome. That's who your eyes were on.
Yeah. Tyler was in the dead center, and his girlfriend, I don't know her name. Her name on Instagram is Etila. She's on
Yeah.
the far right. I can specifically remember those two, and I was looking at them like, you ready? You guys ready
That's
for this?
that's awesome. Um, what is? Do you feel a change? Is it? How do you feel different once you won this show?
No, I don't. I don't. I really don't. Um, Again, I'm not, this is a job. And when you know what you're doing, again, you can't let certain things like rock your emotions. Like I said, take you on a roller coaster of emotions. This past week, after the win, it's just been busier. So that's me. I'm a one-man team. I've got my sponsors. They manage everything that I do, but I manage my work. You know, I work with posing clients, training clients. I'm just interviews, catching up with interviews, and trying to also reciprocate the love that people are showing on social media. It's a lot. So I'm just trying to manage it all without letting myself, like you said, change.
Right.
So um, I'm just trying to manage it all. But again, no, I don't feel any different. I feel great. I feel normal.
Mhm.
Actually, today is the first day that I actually feel normal again. And it's an amazing feeling, to be honest. So I feel really good. I feel great, and I guess leading into this Olympia prep, I'm ready. I'm ready for
Right.
what's to come. Yeah,
When are you going to be kicking into like serious prep, or is it already started?
we started that yesterday. So, like I said, post show, I did not eat anything wild. I had some cookies, from my sponsor, Fat Polly's. I had some cookies, maybe a total of 4 nights out of the past week. But besides that, I haven't eaten any dirty meals. So I've been back on diet the entire last week. Actually, coming off a stage, I ate a clean meal, had a cookie, whatever. But besides the cookies, I've been on prep. Like, again, I'm saying prep because that's what people connect in their mind. But for me, this is my job. This is my lifestyle. This is what I enjoy to do. I enjoy
You're
to
working.
eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
another day.
All right. Have you been keeping up with stuff going on Instagram with Sarah, the reigning women's physique champion, and Shanique?
No, I don't keep up with anybody. I'm gonna be 100% honest. Um, I've spoken about it before. I'll just say this: I'm a more of a fan of the men's classes, so that's what I keep up with. I'll just say it like that. I'm a fan of myself, but again, the way that I am, everything that I am on stage, it's yeah, I'm women's physique. Yeah, women's physique. But again, I show what I love, and I love the men's opens classes. I love big freaky muscle. So uh, I don't keep up with the women's classes, not on purpose. So I've seen some stuff here and there recently, but me personally, I just don't care. It
No,
sounds bad. I just don't care. I
no,
literally
that's a
just
good way to
don't care.
be. And
I,
it's just drama anyway, that's going on. Like Sarah offered Shanique $20,000 to come back to
And
compete
here's
against.
how, okay, let's look at it like this. I just won the New York Pro. Okay. A lot of people look up to me. And what does it look like for me to engage myself in, like what you said, drama? I just won the show. Shanique's retired. We all know I made a post about what she had to say about me in my DMs. Okay. Shanique's drama, and I don't do drama. I just came out of a very toxic relationship, and I don't do drama. Any bad vibe coming towards me, block. Any bad post on my Instagram, block. Anybody that comes at me negative on social media gets blocked out of my life. That's just how I roll. It has, I don't care who you are. It's just, that's how I got to stay sane.
Yeah,
And
that's
again, manage my life. I'm trying to
right.
manage everything, and I can't let bad vibes come into my life from competitors or Instagram posts or bets, or I'm gonna throw you this chunk of money. Like, if that's what y'all's doing, cool. I'm over here doing my job, taking care of my clients, and rekindling everything that I lost in the past 2 years with my family. That's what I care about.
That's good. That's
That's
wonderful.
what yeah.
That's the way, yeah. The drama is just distraction anyway, and you have a job to do. So
Bingo.
yeah. For yourself, for the Olympia, do you have? I don't. These are questions that are like I kind of know the answers to before I ask them. But going, between now and the Olympia, do you have any changes in mind? That physical, I'm talking about physical changes, improvements
Absolutely.
that you're going towards.
I think, yeah, I mean, over the years, it's still the same improvements that I've needed to make. I think the conditioning was brought up. I think every body part was brought up, but in general, competitive wise, I do need to bring my back up. And I think my quad sweep could get bigger. And I think in general, just everything overall could improve.
Yeah.
Just refinement overall, but definitely increase some depth and detail to the back, and some width to the legs.
Mm-hmm. I can
Yeah.
see that. I can agree with that. But I think your back has improved tremendously. There's nooks and crannies there now that weren't there before. And
Yeah,
just keep doing that. So
but we can get more.
yeah.
More. I want more.
Do you have, does it even in your mindset to think about, but do you plan on staying in women's physique, or do you think bodybuilding somewhere down the line? Or wellness? No, I'm making it
I
up.
mean, or wellness. I will say this, shout out to the wellness girls, man. Yo, I watched wellness for the first time in person, and it's just like, that's a cool class to me.
It's
But
a good
anyways,
look. Yeah.
it is, and it's just like a bunch of bad bitches on stage doing their thing, and I don't know, I love it. So with the women's physique thing, man, I don't know. It's whatever. It's whatever. Like, that's futuristic. I don't even think like that.
Right. Yeah, just improve show to show and whatever that means.
I don't remember who I was speaking to, but it's like my opinion of myself, and this is not a knock on anybody, but this is just what I believe in my head. I won the women's physique title at the New York Pro, but I do feel like I could have won the bodybuilding title if that's the category that I entered. Because I know how to pose like a bodybuilder. I don't know what I look like next to those bodybuilder ladies, but me personally, in my mind, I think I could have won the bodybuilding class.
I mean, I think a couple of the girls that were in your class look like bodybuilder ladies, so you beat them. So
Oh man, I'm
I'm saying,
like, dude, the one girl that was on the left in the lineup, she was a dude. She's huge. Her
yeah.
freaking calves were bigger than my quads.
The girl from I think she's from Korea,
She is.
Yuna Kim, humongous quads on her.
Yeah. Yep.
Do you think she's got a bright future? You didn't look too closely. What, you don't care?
I think that this is what I don't know these people again, cause I don't keep up with the ladies, but this is what I've noticed with her, with Yuna. She flew from Korea, is that correct?
I believe so.
Yeah, I respect that a lot. You flew all the way from Korea. You came into Tampa, New York Pro, and got third place. That is
That's
impressive to me because a lot of people don't know what it takes to traveling alone, staying on top of peak week, um, the prep, peak week, peaking yourself for the show, traveling on top of that. Like that's super respectable to her. And, maybe she didn't come in at her best because of everything that she had to go through. So yeah, I do think she has a bright
right.
future. I think
Yeah.
that if maybe there's a show in Korea that she doesn't have to travel for, she could nail her peak, or I'm not saying she didn't, but I'm just saying she could definitely
Shit.
win a show if the traveling limitations weren't involved.
Very good point.
That's just what I think.
Yeah, probably right on. You watched most of the men's stuff at the New York Pro?
Yeah. That's why I didn't go eat because I was like, I told my parents, my family was at the show, and I told them, I was like, honestly, I don't even want to go eat. I want to go back and watch the show. So I went upstairs and changed, grabbed a cookie, and walked downstairs and watched the show with a buddy. So yeah, I did. I watched Classic. I don't think I saw Men's Physique, but I did see Open.
Did you see 212?
No, because I think they were like, the way that the classes were grouped, it was like, I think 212 was with Women's Physique. And when I was coming off stage and I was all busy doing the interviewing backstage and stuff, like 212 was on stage, I believe.
Okay.
But I did see like the 212 guys backstage were sitting with me and stuff. Yeah.
What you think about the Classic Physique show?
Classic Physique show. I didn't see too much of it. I saw some posing routines and then I saw the finals awards. I think that the winner was correct. I mean, the thing is with this bodybuilding is you see a guy in pictures and then you see a guy in person. It's two different things. And a lot of people say that, and a lot of people will say, well, the picture's this, you had to see it in person. Well, yes, you really do have to see it in person.
You
like,
really do.
Mm-hmm.
And I think
say again, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I don't know the second place guy's name. His Physique Fitness or something is on Instagram. He looked tremendous. He looked incredible.
Yeah, I'd never seen him before. His name is Zeke something. I can't think of his last name, but he surprised me. He looked really good. I thought he gave Danny Noonan a good
Run for his
contest.
money.
Yeah, but I think Danny won. I mean, no.
Again, it's like it's the things that you don't see in pictures that tell the story of the win. Like you don't see how polished, like presentation is a huge factor. It really is, because some guys have it, they just don't know how to show it.
Yes, we talked about that with the men's open. You and I, in the posing between Nick and Justin, that posing probably had a big part.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like the whole lat spread thing that Justin his back didn't open up in the morning. Again, I don't think it was a cramping issue. It's just shit happens.
Yeah.
Shit happens, and sometimes shit happens at the wrong time. And he came back at night and he fixed his mistakes.
Yeah.
But
you think it's a concentration type thing when you say shit happens, like distracted or?
For me, I love Justin. His posing is amazing, and I know he knows how to spread his lats.
Right.
I think it was just it happens to me too. When you're posing and taking your check-in pictures for your coach and you don't have distractions, and when I say distractions, which is on stage, which is a crowd behind you, you got a big banner that says New York Pro in front of you, you got people next to you. And I'm not saying it's really not like a big distraction. It's just things that aren't in your normal routine. So when something's changed like that, you don't set the pose up the same way you do in your progress pictures. You don't set the pose up the same way you do post-workout when you have a pump. So when you kind of get out there and you set the pose up and sometimes your mind's not in it as much. It happens to me. So maybe his mind just like, I don't know, the only way I can put it is shit happens. Like,
right.
That's the only way I could really put it, is like shit happens and he knows how to spread his lats.
Of course. Yeah, he's got a good lat spread. Typically.
And to be honest, me sitting in the crowd when I watched him and he came back at night, because I didn't see it. I had deleted Instagram the day of the show. But I didn't see, my coach had told me, because I was kind of getting updates from my coach. I was like, what's going on with the open class? And he was like, well, fucking Justin couldn't get his lats out. And I was like, what? So then when I finally saw the pictures, which was like right before finals, I was like, what the hell? And then so Justin comes on at in the night show. I think it was for his routine, or maybe it was just for a viewing of him, like an individual. But he came back, and it's just like that emotion and the crowd and the vibe and the energy in the room when he hit his lat spread and his lats came out, and he looked back and shook his head. Man, that's just like, it gives me goosebumps just thinking
I
about
got
it.
goosebumps just hearing you describe it. I love going to bodybuilding shows, man.
Man, me too, dude.
Fucking
Me
awesome.
too. Me
It's
too.
you know, people, yeah, shows are won in moments that are, it's not necessarily always just the quality of the physique. And of course, that plays a huge part. But like the New York Pro that Sergio Oliva won, it was so close with him and John De La Rosa, so close. And prejudging, I was kind of leaning towards John, but at finals, it was just, your eyes couldn't go away from Sergio. He just owned the stage and took that win.
Yeah.
It was impressive to watch. Phil did that at the 212 Olympia as well. Kai Green pushed him a lot at prejudging, and in finals, Phil just ate him up, and it was all just presence. You know, it's pretty amazing to see when you see stuff like that happen.
And that's the description of being there in person and seeing it versus the pictures. Because like you said, how Sergio basically like took the title, like, I'm here for a reason, this is mine, and you're gonna see why. He's hitting all his poses and owning it and smiling, and you could feel that.
Oh man,
it's a feeling.
It was really one of my top experiences as an audience member of a show was watching Sergio Oliva win that show. And I went there wanting Juan Morel to win the show because I'm a New Yorker at heart still, but what was then a New Yorker. And yeah, man, Sergio just blew me away.
Yeah, speaking of Sergio, him and I, we go back a couple years, back to like 2017 is when I met him, but we just clicked, and he's been he's a role model for me, because the way that his life has played out is very similar to mine. And his pro debut was my pro debut. His first pro win was the same first pro win as mine. But just leading into the show, he was a huge motivation and a huge role model. I texted him every day. Like, I would put his victory pose with the New York Pro sign in the background as my wallpaper. Like, he and I are like this. And it was a very sentimental like show for me to do. Yeah, with my family, but on top of it, I got my really good close friends, just have that same sentimental connection with the show. But on top of that, it's just, he had dealt with a breakup, I guess, his wife and all that. And I dealt with the same stuff. And we led right into this show having literally nothing. He went there with nothing, a one-way to New York. And I have nothing. One egg, one basket. And that's what we both did. So yeah, Sergio's a great guy. But like you said, he took that title. And that's what I had to go and do as well.
Yeah, and he did it unbelievably. It was your physique was very, very polished. The conditioning was great. Your balance is great. I could nitpick and say things like your back could be thicker and your quads could be wider, like you have more sweep, like you said, but it's nitpicking, man. You look fucking phenomenal, really did.
Thank you.
I was, I'm a fan of Sharonika's. Was for quite a bit. I thought I knew it was going to be the two of you, but it was, to me, that was a clear win and a strong one. So that's something.
I'll tell you what, her back pose, she looks great from the back.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, so like I was after her and she did her posing routine before me. And to be honest, I feel like if she didn't go before me, my posing routine could have not been as good, because She had an amazing routine, and I only saw it from the side. It was the song. The routine was, I could tell she had it choreographed, and she killed it, dude. Like, again, you had to be there, but it was just the vibe. She was smiling. She killed the routine, and that kind of like amped me up. I'm like, let's go.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
we're
that's
at
what
a
you got. Let me show you what
yeah.
I got. Yeah,
I
that's
love
good.
it. It's like when you go to a club and you that's how I felt. I was like, all right, let's party.
All right.
And by
That's all
party, I mean pose.
right. Yeah, her posing was great. I like her posing all the time. She's very different than you as a posing artist, but she's very good, and her physique's great. She was a little downsized, maybe in the legs from what she used to be, but maybe a little better condition for this one than before too. So it was you had good competition. May not have been many girls there. I was really kind of disappointed with the whole, not just your division, women's bodybuilding, and even the men's bodybuilding and 212. There were like 10 and 11 guys in those divisions. But
I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know how many shows are going on this year
yeah,
for
and that,
I'll just for the women's physique division, that is, because I gotta, stay in my lane. But it's just like, if you think about it, why not do the shows that are in a state where you ain't gotta wear a mask and you don't have to worry about, I don't know.
yeah, and it's smart to get it to do them early, I would think too, because the girls who don't win the show or get good points. New York Pros got, I think it's a tier 2 or 3 show where there's lots of points for the girls in second and third place, more
That's
so than
right.
a smaller show. But I would have thought there were more people just wanting to do that. If you can't win the show, you can get lots of points, go on to you have more shows down the year to get to the Olympia. But at the end of it, again, like you said, who knows how many shows there's going to be? Could it be a season where there's a whole bunch of people crammed in at the end of the year?
Yeah, I had another show on my radar, but I don't have to do it no more.
What were you thinking?
The Friday Night News created the Texas Pro out there in Fort
Yeah,
Worth, and that's your area now.
yeah, I'm going to be there for that for sure.
And yeah, well,
Come
no,
anyway.
I won't be able to make it because I'm not going nowhere.
Oh yeah,
Especially that close. But
yeah. It's
that
going to be close.
I was gonna do that show for the fact that I know the area, I know Freddie, and I know he puts on an amazing show.
He does.
You're gonna have you. I don't think you've ever attended one of his shows.
I did. I went to when I first got here. I went to the Battle of Texas
Okay.
in
Yeah,
December.
then that was just an amateur show. Oh wait, no, it wasn't.
No,
It was
no.
classic. They had
He
classic.
had classic and bikini.
That's right.
And
That's
maybe
right.
figure. I can't remember. I know Angelica
I
won
don't think
the.
figure. I believe it's
No, I
just
think it
bikini and
was
men's physique because
men.
most of Texas only has the men's physiques and bikinis classes,
It was
and maybe
classic. There was classic physique. It was won by
Courage.
Courage. Yeah, he was good. I like Courage.
Uh,
He's good.
yeah, I love him, and I love how he trains. He's like plates on plates on plates every set. I love it.
His posing was great too. He was phenomenal.
Yeah. He's great.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
But
looking
yeah, so
forward to.
Freddie's gonna put on that Texas Pro show, and I think he's gonna rock Texas.
I think so. It's good because he's doing the men's open this year, which there hasn't been men's open bodybuilding. I was talking about this with Steve today. Kuklo, Kuklo's going to do the show, and there hasn't been men's open bodybuilding in Texas. I don't think, at least definitely not in Dallas area since the Dallas Europa in 2012.
Hey, yeah.
Kuklo won that, so hopefully he wins. We'll see what happens here.
So I think they have almost every division at that Texas Pro show, so it'll be a big one.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm going to go to the Europa as well, which is in June. My friends Jojo and Dini and Tafaro have got some clients of theirs who are doing the show, both in the amateur and they have a professional bikini girl, and they got me a VIP ticket to go for that. So I'm going to check that out too.
Do you know if they're going to have an expo?
I think so. Yes.
Good.
Texas is awesome. I love Texas. Yeah. It's pretty normal. There's still the mask thing going on a little bit, even though the governor said you don't need to. A lot of businesses are making people do it. But Yeah, it's getting back to normal.
Yeah, over here in Florida, it's super normal.
Is it?
Nobody's got a mask on.
Oh man, and you're not dropping dead like flies? I don't understand.
Our immune system's actually just getting stronger.
That's what it's supposed to happen. That's the whole idea.
No, you
Anyway,
know what it is? I got these new gummies from a Nova farm that I eat every night to kind of like uh I don't have cravings, but just a little sugary something at night, you know. I pop like 4 of these elderberry gummies that they make. That's all I need. That's like my thing at night. Couple gummies and then I go to bed. But elderberry keeps you from getting sick, so I've been taking like a lot of immune stuff to keep me from getting COVID.
you've got really good control, self-control. It's you know, I know bodybuilders need this for dieting and such, but you seem to
Mhm.
be dialed in 24/7 every month of the year.
I am because the reason is it's just I like to know it's preparation. The way I was raised, you know, military, like I gotta know what's coming next. If I don't know what's coming next, whew, that's why this past week was a little it was just challenging because I had a lot going on top of trying to manage myself and what I do and be like chill at the same time, which I have to keep myself down and chill and calm. If not, I'm a maniac. I run around like a chicken with my head cut off. So
Mhm.
I have to have a routine. That's why, like, when I had some cookies past week, those 4 nights or whatever that I had cookies, that's not a part of my routine. And it throws me off mentally. Honestly, it probably just made my physique look, it doesn't make my physique look better or worse. It doesn't really affect me.
Different.
It's
Yeah.
just mentally it affects me. And then I wake up and I'm like, you stupid motherfucker, you cheated. Like I beat myself up. But that's just because I got out of routine.
Yeah.
It's and then I remind myself, I'm like, look here, you just won the damn New York Pro, and it was your pro debut. Have a cookie, enjoy yourself. You got 20 weeks. Do it now at 20 weeks versus 2 weeks, you know? So you just gotta remind yourself and you talk yourself through it. I coach myself through it. But again, I don't have a bad relationship with food. Um, I don't crave anything. I just pop those gummies just because it's my routine.
Mhm. That's good. How was Hyacin extremely ecstatic for you?
Man, seeing how happy he was better than getting the win itself, man.
That's nice.
Like, and seeing how happy Innova Farm, my sponsors were, because it's just a couple that owns the supplement company, and seeing they've been supporting me since 2017 before I turned pro. And just to, it's funny because Mary Beth, she was watching like the live stream finals on her phone at night, and it froze up on her. So she didn't find out that I won until I called her. So when I
Uh,
called her, yeah, they were out like at a like a birthday party or something. But when I called her and she had like Chris on the phone and was telling everyone that I won, like just hearing how happy that they were is just like makes me emotional because I that's literally who I do it for. They've stuck by my side through the past 2 years of the bullshit that I've dealt with. I feel like I've been the worst athlete. My Instagram's been the worst, but they stuck by me and they saw it through. They loved and supported me, and I feel like I proved myself to them. I'm like, I won't let you guys down, and I didn't. And that, seeing how happy that they were, my coach was, my parents, that's what I do it for, straight
right.
up.
I can imagine there must be great feelings of like you say it doesn't change or whatever, but there has to be a sense of euphoria when you know that you've made people who believe in you, you know, happy and even and proud of for you, but you've also disproved any naysayers. You've just it was vindication, and it's a wonderful thing.
I know, and it's like my body and my mind won't even allow me to think of naysayers. Like I'll just say it like that because we can categorize everybody, put them into that category. The naysayers don't even pop up in my mind. That's not like that to me is the negativity that I block out. And I don't like any negativity, anything, any slight, even if it's you're not even being negative, if you're not just adding positivity to me, I don't want it.
Right.
I
There's no
don't
point.
want it. Yeah. So I just focus on, again, this is a job. I have to bring something to the table, to provide for not only myself, my dog, my family.
Where is she? Charlie.
She's in the room because she's gonna
Okay.
distract me. She's outside
Okay.
with my dad playing.
All
Yeah,
right.
so I had everyone just let me just focus. And again, this interview alone is a part of what I do. This is my job, and I can't have distractions, because then it just interrupts our interview. So I take everything that I do serious. This interview, every single meal, every session of cardio, every training session, every check-in with my coach, like it's business to me.
Yeah, that's awesome. Awesome. For the Olympia, do you have plans of going there ahead of time to enjoy yourself a little bit, and staying later? Get any
Hey
plans?
man, I don't have any plans. I just got to get there first. What is good though, I've competed at the same venue twice, so I know the area, I know the location, I know the gym surrounding. I know where to go eat after. Me and Santi celebrated our Orlando Europa overall victory down in that area, so it's very familiar. Again, I set myself up for this. 9 or 10 weeks ago actually was when we interviewed. So 10 weeks ago, I set myself up for the New York Pro. I wasn't thinking about what's to come afterwards, but I knew what was to come afterwards, and I knew I would be set up even better for the, like, Orlando's an hour closer to me than New York or Tampa.
Mhm.
So I'm ready. And
Yeah.
again, the way that I manage everything, I don't manage that right now. I think about that when the time comes. So I manage that later. So right now I got to manage what I can manage, which I'm still catching up with my clientele. I pretty much got everyone caught up last week. It took a whole entire week. It's rough trying to catch up on sleep and everything.
Mm.
But I do know what's to come again. So I don't think about it.
Okay.
I'm weird, man. My mind works weird.
No, I think that you know how you work though. Then that's what works best for you, and that's key.
Hmm.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I'm excited about the Olympia. It's going to be the first time I get to I'll meet you face to face, and actually,
Hey.
it's going to be awesome. I can't
Yeah.
wait. It's going to be a great experience.
Okay, so I'll tell you one thing. I was excited about one thing. No, I wasn't getting on my high horse or nothing, but I get an Olympia tracksuit.
That's awesome.
And I'm excited for that. That's
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, that's great. I see those guys, man. Once they've been in the Olympia, wear them all the time. You're an Olympian. That's
I
important.
wonder, yeah, if they do like an Olympia jacket with our last name on the back or something, I won't be wearing it. It's gonna get framed, be
Frame,
put
yeah.
up on the wall. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I
yeah.
know the Arnold, they do something where they give the winners like this beautiful leather jacket.
Hmm.
Gorgeous, but I don't know what they do with it at the Olympia. I don't know.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what do you got today? You were training
I hit
people?
I did, let's see what I did. I did some meal prepping, got my made to macros foods. So I just did some meal, like I don't have to cook, but I prep my meals. I put them all together. So I did that, rested, still catching up on sleep, and then I trained some back. So
You did back today already?
yeah, I trained before, like an hour before this.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Alyssa, thanks for coming on. Do you have anything that you want to say to anybody, or are you good?
I want to thank you for having me on, Michael. You've always supported me from the start, unconditionally. I also, of course, I want to thank my sponsors, Innova Farm, because I don't like I summarize it, but they do everything for me. I'll just summarize it. They do everything for me, and I could not be here talking about this New York Pro win without them. I want to thank Gaines Bakery. I don't know if you've seen the Flavor Gang sauces that I use,
Yes,
but
yes.
that was a major staple to my prep because I used them off season. I used them contest prep, pre-contest. I cut it out 2 days before the show, 2 days, just to make sure I won, you know.
Right.
But but man, anybody that's dieting, it's got to be using those sauces. You could be eating chicken every meal, no carbs, go straight keto. Like it makes dieting a breeze. So they made my prep super enjoyable. Like dieting wasn't hard, but they made it enjoyable. And
Right.
I'm actually waiting for the mailman right now to get my re-up. So but I want to thank them. And then after this, I'm sorry, pre-contest, I was sponsored by Made to Macros. I want to shout out Made to Macros. Alexis makes my food now, salmon and chicken. She does a la carte, customized meals. And then one last shout out for Fat Polly's cookies, which you should, you missed
Yeah.
out, man.
I
Dang it.
missed
I was gonna send you some. And yeah, so they made me and Nick Walker, since we both won, we're both sponsored by Fat Polly's. They made a champion cookie. It had like some gold dust on it and stuff. But
Awesome.
yeah, so I picked them up after the show. So I got my team going. They're super supportive, they're genuine, and you know, that's all I want around me.
Yeah.
Straight
I
up.
want to, you thanked me for always supporting you and believing you, but it just was very easy to do so. Sometimes I see things that I know I'm right about, and I was definitely right about you. And I just want to, thank you for following through with it all and proving me right. So made me look good.
Hey, you believed in what I believe. We've always believed in the same thing, and that's why we're here and we still have this friendship going on strong, because it's just like that. You
Yes.
know that I know that you know we know.
All right. Thanks so much. Alyssa.
No problem, Michael. Thanks
Great
for having me
talking to
on.
you. Oh, my pleasure. So everybody, thanks for watching. This is Michael Bryson, Alyssa Kiessling. This is Bodybuilding. Take care.